effort to make the Zamfara State Internal Revenue Service a better place, the executive chairman of the service, Alhaji Alakilu Muhammad Damuvungudu, visited some stakeholders in the state. The aim of the visitation was to seek their support, advice, and the cooperation for the progress of the Internal Revenue Service and the state in general. The executive chairman, Honorable Alakilu Muhammad Dama, visited Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Finance.
Let me start by extending my sincere appreciation to my mother Ministry of Finance, particularly the Commissioner regarding our audience to the Ministry for their interview. My Honorable Commissioner, the essence of this presentation is, as I said earlier, the familiarization. As a mother ministry, it is imperative for us to pay this visit. There are supposed to be a cordial relationship between the ministry and the service. Despite that, internal revenue now is an autonomous body, but Ministry of Finance is the mother ministry to all revenue generating agencies, of which there must be a synergy in order to enhance revenue generation. Without your cooperation as a ministry, I don't think we will achieve the mission and objective of our service. That is why when I review, I thought it is important for me to take this decision, and I will start with the Ministry of Finance, because with your cooperation, I know the revenue generation of our dear state will differently be boosted. I therefore seek your cooperation and support, as well as advice on the way or ways that will help our service to enhance and generate more revenue for the state. The present administration of His Excellency Honorable Dr. General Mohammed is particularly emphasis is particularly on providing infrastructural development for the masses, of which it is only through the revenue that can be achieved. So that is why Ministry of Finance and Internal Revenue must come together to help His Excellency to achieve his goals. Honorable Commissioner, permit me to take one or two things that I did when I assumed this as executive chairman. When I assumed, I realized that I met 4 technical directors in the service of which 3 of the directors have almost the same role in terms of collecting taxes and other non-tax revenues. Which I look at it and see that you cannot use 3 directors to write a taxpayer with 3 different issues. So that's why these are one of the 2 critical areas for which I think we need to have a clear way for the revenue generation. I think it is important to have a kind of restructuring of which I did some new structures for the service. Presently, with the new organogram, we have 7 directors in the service, of which 5 they are technical directors. 1, we have intelligent report gathering and the monitoring department, of which the sole responsibility of that department is to identify, trace all taxpayers that have not been captured into the tax and instantly assess them and bring them to the tax. We also have revenue operation department which oversees or have responsibility of collecting all revenue from all sectors of the economy. We have standard compliance and the collection department which focuses on making sure that the level of compliance of taxpayers that were captured on the taxes are properly and are also the law and the standards. We have organization and taxpayers department which deals with issues that have to do with modern technologies, modern areas of generation and enhancing revenue generation. We have audit, debt management, and the enforcement department, of which deals with the audit of taxpayers to ascertain their level of compliance and also to manage our debts. Since some taxpayers were owing, and we need to have a record of such taxpayers. And enforcement. The enforcement also deals with those that are not compliant with the tax law, so that we can enforce compliance. So in a nutshell, my honorable commissioner, this is the new organogram which I designed, of which I believe it will help us to enhance our revenue for the state. My honorable commissioner, let me assure you that the cordial relationship between the Ministry of Finance and Internal Revenue will remain unshakable. And inshallah, with all the necessary support and cooperation that Ministry may require from the service, I will inshallah, and I will not let the Ministry down. I will make sure that I finance the Ministry for it to help the Excellency to execute the governmental project. So in conclusion, I want to thank the Honorable Commissioner for granting the audience, especially me in particular, at any given time, either official or on personal ground, or Honorable Commissioner used to grant the audience so as to have a discussion that has to do with the giving way for the generation of revenue. The current commissioner for meetings 90% of Asia are from Hausa, Fulani, and let me permit me to use my mother tongue so that we can give room for proper discussion and the revelation or suggestions from other members.
I'm not like my big brother Asia Mahid, with the protocol will not break. I stand on them. Executive Chairman, I just have to congratulate you for the appointment. I've seen the passion, the energy and the expertise. At least you and the Honorable Commissioner are relatively young. I remember it is around your age, I was given the same opportunity that I declined. The simple reason that I don't have the expertise around the revenue. And at that time also there are challenges around the political will. So you are lucky there is political will, and I'm sure you get it done, because collecting revenue is the job of those that have the energy. I want to believe you have it. And you are also lucky you have, I can see some of my contemporaries, some of the directors who have the experience. I hope you leverage on the experience, and I'm sure if you do that, you'll see the light on the tunnel. Equally, Honorable Commissioner, I'm encouraged by the procedure you want to take on the enforcement. But I can tell you, as an elderly person, I want you to temper that with mild humility and solvency, because it's a very fragile area, more especially around the political region. But it is a very good strategy, and we really need that. But please handle that with care. I also want to believe you leverage so much on ICT. Please get that done, and I want you to empower your ICT department. That is very critical. And the third thing, the important one before I give my final advice, I have two, is you talk about the cordial relationship between you and the finance. I think that is very key. Like you know, in the service, the ministry provides only the policy and you implement. So at that implemental level, I think it is the policy, and at the end of the day, your input will come back to us, and the policy can be adjusted to ensure you get the best. Because when you work, we smile. It is what we are able to generate that you give to us, and that is what we use to expend. So if we work, you are working for us. So I think we have concern. And finally, let me give you two advice. The first one is around the consolidated revenue law. I think, I don't know, I can see some cases here that we leverage, director was there. We took real time. We've gone around the country to make sure that the law is put in place. And I think we've just done that. However, there are challenges. There are some issues that come up at the ministry level, also at the board level, which there are issues you can leverage on Serato. You know them, about 15, 16 issues that were amended at the level of public hearing, which we thought involved some back office activities. So I think we need to look at that law, Honorable Commissioner, and fix those areas. AGs with me, when we consulted the local government, they were even begging, I'm using the word begging, that we should come around. So you have a large window of opportunity to engage the local government with the consolidated law, and I think a massive revenue can be generated along that angle. So I want Honorable Commissioner to take a lead on this. Please let those things be fixed, because every one of us knows those areas. Even people of the revenue, they knew what happened. And finally, this is coming from my professional background. There are three things you have to do if you work for public service. They are very, very critical. One, you must create a sense of urgency. We are lacking in that. In fact, for some of us that stay in the public service, we used to have an adage that the public service is a monster. You kick it by the tail, it takes you 6 months before the brain knows that I am kicked. And it will take another 6 months before action is taken. So please, as you have the energy, create a sense of urgency. Keep working. And I think that is very, very important. Anything that you can finish today, even if it is needed tomorrow, finish it today. Because you don't know what will come up tomorrow. That is number one. And number two, you form a coalition. Sometimes our challenge in the public service is that we don't relate. The work that's supposed to be done by 4 MDA, somebody will just corner because of privilege. We are interwoven. If you want to work, like this morning you discussing around the water board, form a coalition with the water board. They are the ones doing the technical work. You are mandated to take the revenue. How do you form a coalition? A win-win game, so that they will be the ones supporting you. Like now, Minister of Finance, we do the expenditure. So we can do everything. We can cut our one hand and add to your hand. So they have 3 hands to make sure that you bring food so that we use one hand to eat. That's how you must form coalition, open up, engage people. And finally, you must get a strategic plan. Believe me, one of our challenges in the service is that we allow things to just happen. You come out in the morning, you don't know what is your plan for the day. What is your plan for the week? What is your plan for the month? What is that for the quarter? What is this for the year? So that the chairman, finally, so that you have both immediate, medium term, and even long term. The long term plan, I would want you to begin to think that big complex called Internal Revenue House that maybe will be started where, where is the next result? Where is the next capital? Where is going to be the center? Track that with the land and housing. Get the space, even if you just take position of the space surrounding it. Like in the next 40 years, this is what you want to do. I think that is very important. So I rest my case. Thank you very much for listening.
I'm not waiting for you and you colleagues. And in a collaborative effort that we're trying to do is the chairman is going to write letters. So at that point, I said, okay, look, we have to sit down together because we are working for one government. And then we started something. Unfortunately for us, now I'm in a better position to make things happen. So I want to urge you, Chairman, please to focus on that business premises, because we have thousands of businesses and shops and you name it. And I believe we don't have the record. We are not actually taxing them the way we should. And so we are always complaining, calling you, we need this amount of money, what have you generated and all. We have all this things right at our hand. So I believe all we need to do is to put the right mechanisms in place and for us to generate this money that we are trying to get. And one of the things that I, as a commissioner in the Business Ministry, one of my 4, I think I have a 5-point agenda. As the council said, you need to have a plan. And we are working with a plan. And one of my plans in the 5-point agenda that I've set a target for myself is to help increase the IGR. And helping increase the IGR is in a way of giving our own advice and guidance to you, because you are the one that's going to generate the revenue itself. For us, we'll be more like a guide, and we will continue to do that, inshallah. And one of the things we have done when we were appointed here is to travel to Sokoto with all the directors of the ministry, from I to Sunset, and literally all the ministry staff. I called my brother, the Honorable Commissioner of Finance in Sokoto, And we travel there to actually see what magic are they doing. And when we went, indeed they were doing big magic. We went to the Internal Revenue. They told us the progresses they've had, the drawbacks they've gotten, and all. So I urge you and your team, Chairman, to also pay those courtesy visits. It might not be Sokoto. It might. The reason why we chose Sokoto was we thought, okay, it's just that one state that is more or less similar to all the activities that we are doing. If you go to Kaduna, Kaduna is on this level. Like a lot of the policies, I know it will be difficult for us to adapt, but however, we can still go there, have a look at what they are doing, and choose what we can adopt for now, and leave what we can adopt for later, for us when we are ready to implement that. If I recall, when we went to Sokoto, they were generating, I think, 4.3 billion in 2016, and as of now, they are generating about 20 billion naira. So that shows you what they have done for the state in the sector of internal revenue. And I believe with this passion that you have and also we have as a ministry, you can do a lot more than that, and a lot of things can go on. And one thing that we find also amazing was in Sokoto, I think in their motor, is it market or motor park? Yes. They are generating a minimum of 100,000 naira per day. In one park. 100,000 naira per day. So, Sokoto is all the way to the end. The only places they can go is Birnin and maybe Niger. Right? Look at here, we're in the center. We can probably go Katsina, Kaduna, Abuja, Jos. You call it, and back to Sokoto and the end to tell you which is Chevy. So, the Chairman, I will continue to be one now. We will engage in a lot of conversations on the private sector and also on the official sector as well. And I believe you are in the right place. And I believe His Excellency took his time to get you out from where you were, because he knows that you have something to offer for the state. If I can recall the day that you were appointed, the first time you saw His Excellency, it was with me. And His Excellency intentionally called you and me. He sat us together as more or less the students, giving us the part.